Thank you, Madam President. I rise to bring to this body's attention to 13 extraordinary Missourians who truly embody the best that our great state has to offer. They represent the inaugural class of my office's new Champions of Missouri program, which seeks to identify and honor Missourians who've gone above and beyond the call of duty, selflessly served their community, and achieved great things. These 13 honorees span the state of Missouri, including St. Louis, Herman, Kansas City, Wentzville, Sedalia, Springfield, Fulton, Memphis, Fredericktown, and the Boot Heel. All of these honorees represent service, sacrifice, and success, and make me proud to be a Missourian. The first Missourian I want to honor today is Detective Sergeant Mason Griffith, who was tragically killed in the line of duty in March of 2023. Sergeant Griffith and Officer Adam Sullentrup of the Herman Police Department responded to a disturbance call at a local gas station. When a shootout occurred, Sergeant Griffith was shot and sadly killed. Sergeant Griffith served his community with distinction and truly had a servant's heart. In addition to serving the Herman Police Department for 12 years, he was the chief of police in his hometown of Rosebud and a reserve deputy sheriff in the Gasconade County Sheriff's Department. Many describe Sergeant Griffith as one of the most kind and helpful people you would ever come across. His wife Jennifer and son Carson and friends are up in the Senate gallery here today, and it was my distinct pleasure to present the congressional record honoring Sergeant Griffith to her and him earlier today. While this is merely a small token of mine and Missourians' gratitude for your husband's service and sacrifice, it's my hope that his memory will continue in the hearts and minds of those touched by his life and his service. Thank you, Sergeant Griffith, for your unwavering commitment to safety in your community. You truly are a champion for Missouri. Another honoree is Officer Adam Sullentrup, who was with Sergeant Mason Griffith on that fateful disturbance call in March of 2023. Officer Sullentrup was shot and critically injured in what would ultimately be a 20-hour standoff with the suspect. After spending 7 months in a Colorado rehab hospital to recover from his injuries, Officer Sullentrup was finally able to come home to his family right before Thanksgiving. His community in Washington, Missouri lined the highways to welcome him back home, a true testament to his character and his unwavering service to keeping his fellow Missourians safe. My prayers are with him, his wife Michelle, and their entire family as he continues to recover. Thank you, Officer Sullentrup. You are truly a champion of Missouri. Next up is Captain Philip Gregory of Fredericktown, Missouri. Captain Gregory proudly served with the Missouri State Highway Patrol for over 3 decades, working to keep his community safe. Before joining the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Captain Gregory served as an EMT and a paramedic. In his law enforcement career, Captain Gregory has served as a zone supervisory, a criminal investigator, a corporal, a sergeant, a lieutenant, an assistant division director, and finally, a captain. After 30 years of service and sacrifice, Captain Gregory retired in August of 2023. I wish him and his wife Tanya all the best in his hard-earned retirement. Thank you for your years of service to our great state, Captain Gregory. You are truly a champion for our great state. Nancy Baumgartner Hansen is a resident of Fulton, Missouri, and has done truly incredible work for individuals with disabilities. Nancy saw a need in her community when her daughter, Shelby, a decorated Special Olympics athlete, graduated high school and needed a safe and supporting space to start her adult life. Nancy is leading the charge to put a We Built in Fulton, which is a self-sustaining community development that provides a safe shelter for individuals with disabilities. It would be the first of its kind in Missouri. Additionally, Nancy has hosted I Can Bike in Fulton for nearly a decade, which teaches individuals with disabilities how to ride a bike, fostering independence and confidence. As the father of a son with disabilities, I know just how important these programs are in giving those living with disabilities more opportunities. Thank you, Nancy, for your great work that you've done to support those who sometimes need it most. You are truly a champion of Missouri. John Meehan has a storied career and has been a mainstay in Sedalia, Missouri for decades. Throughout his career, John served as vice president of Third National Bank from 1982 to 2009, served as Pettis County presiding commissioner from 2011 to 2014, served as on the board of directors for United Way in Sedalia, Pettis County from 2008 to 2015, served as president of the board of directors for the Sedalia Area Chamber of Commerce from 2017 to 2018, and has served as county council chairman of the Wesley United Methodist Church since 2016. John also is an active member in civic organizations in the area. He spent a majority of his career aiming to make his community a better place. Thank you, John, for your commitment to Sedalia. You are truly a champion of Missouri. Next up, Kevin Jeffries and Justin Perrick were driving along the highway when they noticed a car veering off the road and into a median. The driver was having, ultimately, a medical emergency. Kevin and Justin sprang into action, entering through the passenger door of the car, stopped the car, administered CPR, and ultimately saved the life of the driver. For their heroic actions, Kevin and Justin were both bestowed with the Honorary Trooper Award, the highest civilian honor bestowed by the State Highway Patrol. While Kevin and Justin both insist they aren't heroes, I think my fellow Missourians would agree with me that they are. Thank you, Kevin and Justin, for your swift thinking and decisive actions that saved a life. You are both truly champions of Missouri. Adam and Melinda Hendricks lost their 23-year-old son, Justin, to a heroin overdose in 2017. In his honor, Adam and Melinda started Justin Delivers Hope, a charity that has done unbelievable work to combat opioid abuse and addiction in their hometown of Wentzville and in the broader St. Louis region. JDH has raised money for education efforts, distributed life-saving Narcan to family members and friends of users, and has worked with local police departments to fund more canine units to fight drug-related crime. Since its founding, JDH has funded 18 canine units to work in local police departments in St. Charles, and those units have helped officers confiscate nearly 300 pounds of illegal drugs in 2022. Thank you, Adam and Melinda, for honoring your son, Justin, by building a critical resource for those struggling with opioid abuse and addiction. You truly are champions of Missouri. Hannah Montgomery is an inspiration to her community. Hannah has been in a motorized wheelchair since January of 2020 due to a neurological disorder caused by inflammation of her spinal cord. But she hasn't let that keep her down. Hannah's been involved in her local 4-H program since she was 6 years old and has a passion for showing her pigs. Hannah was recently selected as the Adair County SB 40 Spotlight Award recipient for kids inclusion. Hannah's positive attitude, love for life, and perseverance in the face of adversity is something we can all learn from. Thank you, Hannah. You are truly a champion of Missouri. Jim Chappell ran Chappell's Restaurant and Sports Museum from 1986 to 2018, and Chappell's has become a Kansas City legend. Chappell's has become a Kansas City legend, and so has Jim. For years and years, there was no better place to grab dinner, a beer, watch the Chiefs or Royals game than Chappell's. Jim's eclectic watering hole for the Kansas City sports diehards also featured a unique collection of rare sports memorabilia that Jim himself curated. Outside of the walls of Chappell's, Jim demonstrated a tremendous spirit of service across business, civic, and community organizations. Thank you, Jim, for building a memorable safe haven for Kansas City sports fans and for fostering a stronger, deeper community. You truly are a champion of Missouri. The city of St. Louis recently welcomed its newest sports team, the St. Louis City Soccer Club. We had an extraordinary inaugural season in front of thousands and thousands of adoring fans. One city player, Miguel Perez, is an exemplary ambassador for St. Louis and the state of Missouri. Just 2 days after graduating from Pattonville High School, Miguel scored his first career MLS goal for St. Louis City. Hailing from St. Louis, Miguel has demonstrated an intense dedication to the sport that he loves and represents that playoff team with a lot of hard work and great work ethic. It's safe to assume we can expect great things from Miguel, and we're certainly happy to have him in St. Louis. Miguel, you are truly a champion of Missouri. Last but not least is Cheryl Lynette Branch Maxwell, affectionately known as Miss Sherry. Miss Sherry has dedicated her time and energy to empowering youth in Missouri's Boot Heel through education and mentorship. Miss Sherry's work as a program educator at Lincoln University Cooperative Extension in Charleston, Missouri, has been pivotal in implementing programs focused on leadership, self-esteem, and anti-drug initiatives. Miss Sherry has worked to improve the well-being and development of our youth in daycare facilities and Head Start centers. Thank you, Miss Sherry, for spending your time and investing in the well-being of our state's children and young adults. You truly are a champion of Missouri. These Missourians have dedicated their time, energy, and efforts to improving the lives of others in their communities. And for that, they should be commended and honored. It's critical that we continue to honor ordinary Missourians who do extraordinary things. These 13 individuals represent the best of the Show Me State and truly exemplify what it means to be a champion of Missouri. I yield back, Madam President.